Alright, today we're going to do Word Module 2, Week 6. So you click the drop down on Week 6, go down to SAM Project 1A, Word Module 2, click on that. It's going to bring us to our Cengage MindTap. Alright, same thing as before, you need to have Office installed, which I talked about in the last video for the first Word module, or first Module 1 Word project. You're going to click Start here. Same thing as before. You're gonna download your instruction file, the file you're actually gonna be editing. This week's project has one additional file, a support file. I'll show you what we're gonna do with that. So I usually just click download all. All right, all of those will go to your downloads or wherever you've told the files to download. If you're on Windows and you haven't changed it, it's gonna just go to your download folder. First things first, same thing as the last assignment. We got to change this 1 at the end of our name to a 2. So right click, rename 2. All right, then we're going to open that up. You're also going to open your instructions, but like I said in the previous video, you guys won't see the instructions file because I'm using it to help you guys figure out what to do. But if you want to open that and follow along in yours, you can. All right, so here's what we have for this week. First, make sure you click Enable Editing so you can actually make changes. Let me see if I can make this bigger so you can see it. Zoom, page width. All right. All right, so first we're going to change the citations and the bibliography style of this document to MLA format. For that, we're going to go to, I believe, this References tab. So top here, References. We're going to go to the Citations and Bibliography. See how it says Style right now, APA? We're just going to click this drop down and we're going to set it to MLA 7th edition. All right, then we're going to format the title, paragraph, Smart Cities. All right, so we're going to highlight this here, the Smart Cities, Technology-Driven Communities. We're going to capitalize each word case to the paragraph. That is all right, so we're going to select, like I said, the Smart Cities, Technology-Driven Communities. We're going to capitalize each word. We're going to click on up here in the home font, this double A right here where it says change case. Click the arrow to get this drop down. We're going to click capitalize each word. And that's all we're doing with that. Then we're going to remove the space after the paragraph. So for that, we're going to come down here to the A, we're going to backspace. Ooh, Control Z. All right, in order to remove the spacing, click at the end here. We're going to go up to paragraph. Click the drop down in the right corner of paragraph where it says paragraph settings. Bring up this dialog box here. Spacing right here where it says before and after. After is currently set to 12 points. We're just going to set that to 0. And that'll remove the spacing. There you go. Then we're going to we're going to move the first body paragraph here, where it starts with a smart city. It goes here. We're going to move that to be the second paragraph of this. So we're going to put it after. So you're going to click on that while it's highlighted and drag it down to there, right in front of smart cities. So it now should read the first paragraph being in the United States about 80%, and then it'll be the second paragraph will be a smart city installs sensors instead of the smart cities 1.0. Then we're going to concept of the smart city. So we're going to this paragraph here. The concept of the smart city came. Insert a footnote. So we're going to go to the end here. We're going to insert a footnote. For that, we're going to go up to, so place your cursor after the period. You're going to go to Insert tab at the top. Let's see. Header. Alright, sorry, that's not on Insert. That's on References. So you got the References tab. Right here it says AB1 Insert Footnote. Click that. It's going to bring you down to the bottom of the page. It's going to put a 1 there. And you are going to type the idea of a smart city was introduced in 1974. Alright, next we're going to find and replace a word. So we're going to go to review, I believe. Actually, no, that was oh. It's on the home tab. Home tab, right here it says find. Actually, click on replace. So we're going to have it find the word phase, Phase, and we're going to replace that with the word generation, Generation. You're going to just hit replace all right here. It's going to do 5 replacements. You're going to hit OK and close. Then we're going to go back up to the top where it says in the United States. We're going to create a first line indent. So we're going to go up to paragraph here. Click on the, still on the home tab, paragraph. Do the drop down. You're going to go to the indentation here. Go to special. It was currently on none. You're going to do first line. And we're going to leave that here at this 0.5. Click OK. It's going to indent that first line. Then we're going to insert a header. For that, we're going to go to the You're going to go to the Insert tab here at the top. You're going to go to Header, do a little drop down. It wants us to do plain number 3. Let's see if that is easy to get to from here. Top page. Which one we do from the top? Page number, gallery, insert the plain. So we're just going to do the blank header here. And it wants us to insert a plain number 3 page number. So while that's selected here, we're going to go over here to page number. Going to do top of page, plain number 3. So just once plain number 3. It's going to bring that over to the right. Now, without moving the insertion point, it says, so leave it there in front of the 1. You're going to type, I think it's Gerda, Gurda, capital G, then you got space, so it should read Gurda space 1. And then we're just going to close the header and footer tools, which is, if you go back up to the top of the page, it should have header and footer selected up here. This red X that says close header and footer, close that. Then we're going to look for the sentence, some cities remain. It's going to be, I'm not sure where that's at, so I'm going to do Control F. I'm going to search some cities. Okay, so it's right here, it's highlighted, it's in that first paragraph. Period. So I go down to before the period, and it wants us to do, move the insertion point before the period, insert a citation. All right, so we're going to go to, I think it's going to be under references. Yeah, so references tab, citings and bibliography, insert citation. And we are going to do, we're going to add a new source here. We're going to change the type of the source from book. It's going to bring up this dialog box. I'm going to change it to website. So you have to scroll down a little bit and find website. For the author, we're going to do Burns, B-U-R-N-S, comma, Scott. Probably put a space in between the comma and the Scott. We're going to do the name of the web page as brief history of smart cities. Year is going to be 2020. Month is May. Second for or 2 for the day. 2021 for year accessed. March for the month accessed. Day accessed, you're going to put 1. And for medium, it's going to be website. Then you're going to hit OK. And that'll have created that footnote. I'm going to close this here because I don't need to look up any sources. Oh, wait. So actually, all that did was create the source. We still have to add the footnote. So if you click on Insert Citation again, do the drop down, click on that new one we created, Burns Scott. Oh, wait. Never mind. Sorry. It did create it. It should say Burns here. If you have 2 of them, then you did what I did and made it twice. So after you inputted the other information, it should have made the right footnote. I'm going to close this research box and this navigation. And we're going to go to Smart Cities 1.0 here. We're going to read this comment here. Can you provide an example of a city in the first generation? Going to put, you're going to click in the reply box here. You're going to type yes, comma, I added one. And click the send button. Should have your name and a comment. Let's see, copy and paste the following. Alright, so now we're going to open that support document we downloaded. We're going to go File, Open, Browse, go to your downloads, click on the support, click Open. It's going to basically give you all this information here. It says Toronto ending with print. You're going to select all of that. You're going to copy it. So you're either going to do Control C or you're going to right click and hit copy. Then we can minimize this or close it. Just going to minimize it. After the sentence, the solution. Let's see. Energy consumption. Oh, sorry. Okay, so from that support, don't copy the entire thing. You just want from Toronto to, what does it say? It says copy the sentence Toronto, pedestrians, bicycles, and vehicles. Okay, so basically you want this whole sentence here and not the from Frankel Richard. So same thing, Control C or copy, minimize. The insertion point's going to be right after the where it says energy consumption in the paragraph that starts with smart cities. Hit space here, make Control V to paste, and that is now in there. And after you've copied and pasted that, you can close the support document. So close that. We're going to move the insertion point now before the period in the sentence. So basically the sentence we just pasted, vehicles, we're going to go right before the period. So it says vehicles, period. Put your cursor in between that mark. We're going to create another, what are we going to create? A citation. So we're still on the references tab here. Go up to insert citation, add new source. This time we're going to type, the type of source is going to be journal article. And then the author is going to be Frankel Richard. Oh, I can't move it. Okay. So the title is going to be City as Network. Urban Planning is the journal name. The year is going to be 2019. Page is going to be 22-24. And the medium is going to say print. It's going to click OK. Same thing's going to happen. It's going to put the Frankel citation in here. Then we're going to go down to page 2. At the top of this page, we're going to respond to this comment. We're going to change, read the comment, delete it. All right, so basically it's just saying that the 70% here should be actually 80. So I figure how to delete this comment. All right, so in order to delete that comment, you're going to go to the review tab. Gonna click over here and click delete. Okay, so that deletes the comment. And make sure if you didn't already change that 70 to an 80, where it said 70%, now it says 80%. Let's see, before the next paragraph for businesses, customers. All right, so we're going to go down to We're going to go to the next paragraph here where it says starts with for business, ends with employees, vendors, and customers. Put your insertion point right before that period, and we're going to insert a citation. So we're going to go back to the references tab at the top. We're going to go to insert a citation. This time, instead of creating a citation, we're going to use one that's already here. We're going to select the Martinson Cherry B one. So right here, just click on that. It should look like this. It should say employees, vendors, and customers, Martinson. Then we're going to go edit the new Martinson citation to add 32. So we're going to edit a citation. How do you do that? So you're going to right click on Martinson, go to edit citation, and it wants us to add page 32 as the page number right there. And just click OK. All right, and then we're going to go at the end of the document, insert a bibliography. So then we're going to go to the blank line at the end of the document. I'm going to go just to make this easier. I'm going to go to the Home tab. I'm going to go to these paragraph markings. I'm going to toggle them on and just make sure I'm in the right spot. So there's the blank line. I'm just going to toggle them off. So really it's just going to be put your insertion point right after the last sentence. We're going to insert a bibliography. We're going to do that by going to References, Citations and Bibliography. Click Bibliography. Just going to click on that. So by doing that, and you can do this on any research paper you have, it takes all the citations we've already added throughout this page, and then it just generates the correct bibliography. I wish I would have known about this when I was in school, because I did a lot of assignments where I just hand typed all this stuff. It could have been a lot easier. All right, on page 1, so go back to the first body paragraph. In the United States, edit the, we're going to go to this citation here. It says Kanya, and we are going to edit the Kanya source so the name of the web page is the first. We're going to click edit source. It brings up this dialog that we've seen before. So we're going to change, right now the name of the web page is Fast Facts Demographics. It needs to read Fast Facts 2020 demographics. So we're just adding the 2020. We're going to click OK. Then it wants us to update that. So you're going to do, over here it says table and contents, do update table. Oh, no, that's not it. How do we update the bibliography? Oh, so you're going to go down to the bibliography we made at the bottom. If you click on it, there should be this update citations and bibliography. And if you click on that, it'll change the title here, where like that we changed. It says Fast Facts 2020 Demographics. Let's see, update, format the works citing heading. We're going to select the heading here, bibliography. It wants us to change some stuff about it. Works cited list. Sorry guys, I told you wrong. If you already did all that, we need to remove this bibliography because I did the wrong one. Oh, actually, just click on this drop down and turn it into a works cited. Okay, that's all we gotta do. So it should be works cited. That's the only thing that'll change. So then we're gonna do works cited. We're gonna do the normal style to the heading. That's gonna be in. Let's see. Wants us to do normal. I'm just looking for it. Lines, lines. Might have this wrong. Oh, okay, sorry. Home tab, styles right here. Styles tab should say normal. Change that to normal from heading 1. I want it. Okay, so double click if it doesn't want to change, but change that to normal. And then it also wants to center it. So right now it's left aligned here in the paragraph tab. Click the center. All right. Then we're going to change the entire document format to be, let's see. So that's going to be font. So I'm going to do Control A. It's going to select everything. We're going to change the font to 12 point. Leave everything the same. Then we're going to change the line spacing. For that, stay with Control A. There's going to be under paragraph here, it says line and paragraph spacing. Make sure everything's highlighted. Go to the paragraph spacing, and it wants us to do double, so go to 2.0. That's the same thing as double spacing. There we go. Then it wants us to go to the beginning of the document. All right, so we're going to the top. We're going to wants us to do it at the beginning of the document. So up here where it says Patricia Gerda, we are going to insert a comment. I think that is on layout references. Oh, review tab, new comment. Comment's gonna say, this is my final draft, period. Yep, so that's it. Now we're just going to do a spelling check. So that is the review tab, same tab as before. Over here to the left under proofing, we're going to do spelling and grammar. Just click the ABC. Go ahead and just change, it's only one word here. We're going to change insensitives to incentives. And that is it. Just double check to make sure your document looks like the one in the instructions. Already made all the changes we said. Go up here and save if you haven't already. If you didn't change the number 1 to number 2 at the beginning, make sure you do that. And then same thing as before, you can click on this here or drag and drop your file into this spot and click submit. And that's it for the second module.